Hi guys. So today we will see a programming question which is very popular for fresher level interviews. So the question is write a program to print first 10 integer numbers without using any loop. So basically uh, if we are using a loop we can simply write a for loop and initialize the index counter from 1 to 10 and we can print the values from 1 to 10, but now they are telling don't use any loop, neither for loop nor while loop. Any kind of loop is not allowed. So the concept here is we have to go with a recursion. Recursion is something like calling the function, same function inside the function. So if we want to execute a bunch of line of code multiple times, then generally we go with the approach of loop. But since we don't want to write a loop here, we have to go with the recursion approach. So let's begin with the program. We will write a class here. Okay, I'm using a Java programming language to write this program, and I'm using an online IDE. So you can use any of the online IDE available on the internet, or you can use the Eclipse IDE as well. That is not a thing. So let's begin with the coding part. So I'm writing a class here. Then inside this we can write our main method. Now inside the main method, suppose we are calling a function which is print. Now the print function is responsible to print the numbers from 1 to 10 without using a loop. So let's implement the print function first. In more configurable here, so the print function can accept a parameter, suppose number, and whatever number is passed in this print parameter, it can print the numbers from 1 to this number. So means if we are passing 10 in as a parameter in the print function, so it will print numbers from 1 to 10. Now let's implement the print function. For that we will have to take a counter here. Suppose the counter is count, and the counter will start from 0. So let's declare the counter variable first. I'm declaring it as a initial value 0. Now if the counter is less than the number, then we want the function to print the value is count. Okay, immediately after printing the number, we are not going to stop here because we want to execute this statement repeatedly. So we have to call the print function again inside the print function just after printing the number, and we can pass the num as a input parameter for print function. But hold on, if we do only this much, then what will be the output? It will check whether the count is less than num or not. It will print the count, and then again it is going to call the print function. So this is going to be executed for infinite number of times because we are not changing the value of the count variable anywhere. So since the initial value of the count is 0, this condition is always going to be true and it will go for infinite iterations. So we will have to increase the value of count as well after just after printing the values and before calling the print method again. Because if we print this line, suppose if I do like this, so this count plus plus is never going to be called, because before reaching the until the control reaches to this line number 15, before that the print method will be called, so it the control will never reach to this line. Now the thing to observe here is, in Java we cannot call a non-static function inside a static function. So as we see here, our main method is a static function, so the print function also has to be static. It is static, and since the print function is not going to return anything, let's make the return type as void. And similarly, since we are using this count variable inside print method, which is a static function, so the count variable also has to be static, because we cannot use non-static data members inside a static function. Okay. Now let's execute it. Okay, we are getting some syntax error here. Okay, so yeah, this is a mistake here. It's just a syntax error. We have to pass the actual value here instead of int num. So suppose I want to print this numbers 10 times, I will pass the 10 as a input parameter. Yeah, so now you can see our values are printed from 0 to 9. But hold on, we don't want the numbers to be printed from 0 to 9. We want it to be printed from 1 to 10. So for that our counter should start from 1, and inside this if condition, the condition should be like count is less than equal to num. Yeah, so now you can see the output in the right side. It is printing the values from 1 to 10 in an increasing order. So if we want this to print 100 times, we can just make the input parameter as 100. So you can see in the output it is printing the numbers from 1 to 100. So I hope this video is helpful for you. If you have any thoughts, please share in the comment section. Please like the video and subscribe our channel. Thank you.